Good evening, I'm John Carter. Welcome to Poland Daily. A scandalous speech from the editor-in-chief of the Liberté newspaper, Leszek Jażdżewski, at the University of Warsaw has caused a lot of controversy. In his speech in front of the soon-to-be former president of the European Council, Donald Tusk, Jażdżewski brutally attacked the Catholic Church.
Kto zapłacił za ten seans nienawiści?
Who paid for this hate-filled show to tear apart the Polish community? Is it true that it was financed by an external institution? Have the courage to answer these questions.
Miejcie odwagę na te pytania nie nam, ale przede wszystkim opinii publicznej w Polsce odpowiedzieć.
To wystąpienia pana Jażdżewskiego i
Jażdżewski's and Mr. Tusk's performances were both part of a whole. As Mrs. Mazurek said, the main speaker, Donald Tusk, takes full responsibility for this. And I want to focus on the content of these speeches, in which the Catholic Church and the faithful have been attacked. I also want to focus on what Donald Tusk said. And he said, we shouldn't support the authority, we should disturb it. It bears the marks of the election campaign.
Frans Timmermans, the deputy chairman of the European Commission, attended a debate organised by Włodzimierz Cimoszewicz, a candidate from the Polish post-communist Democratic Left Alliance Party for the European Parliament today. A few weeks ago, Timmermans also showed his support for the Spring Party leader, Robert Biedroń. The deputy chairman insists that his support for the left side of the Polish politics with wanting to aid the forces of reason in the country.
Dear Włodzimierz Cimoszewicz, you will become an MEP. I'm 100% sure of it. We guarantee that. You're wise, you will be our representative. Dear President Kwaśniewski, you will remain who you are now, our beacon and guide for the development of our country. Dear Deputy Chairman, you will become the Chairman of the European Commission. But we have a surprise for Mr. Timmermans and for you. Today is Fran's birthday. I can't tell you how old he is, but I will tell you that I had my 59th birthday on May 3rd, and Mr. Timmermans is a year younger than me. Franz, this is a surprise for you. This is our Polish version of Happy Birthday to you.
Ładna piosenka. 100 lat, 100 lat, niech żyje, żyje nam.
The Law and Justice Party's candidate for the European Parliament elections, Jacek Saryusz-Wolski, has been highly critical of Frans Timmermans' engagement in the election campaign.
Kampania wyborcza europejskich socjalistów, w której pan Timmermans
Mr. Timmermans and the Civic Platform Party are the two different fractions in the European Parliament which fight with each other, especially now during the election campaign. Mr. Timmermans is the main candidate of the European Socialists for the European Council presidency. He's in huge conflict with the leader of the European People's Party and a candidate for this position at the same time. So the meeting of these two political powers in Poland is weird, because they're competitors on the European arena. They have their roots in this weird creation, the European coalition. European politics does not know cases like this one.
The Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has taken another step in distancing himself and his Fidesz party from the European People's Party ahead of the European Parliament election. During a visit from Heinz-Christian Strache, the Austrian Vice-Chancellor and party leader of the far-right populist Freedom Party, Orban told the press that he is withdrawing his support for the European People's Party's Manfred Weber as a candidate for President of the European Commission.
Viktor Orban met with Heinz-Christian Strache in Budapest just a couple of days after hosting Italian Minister of the Interior Matteo Salvini. Orban's frequent meetings with leaders of European far-right populist parties have indicated that he's moving away from the European People's Party, that his Fidesz party is a member of, but whose membership was suspended by the EPP's leadership in March. The EPP based its decision on Orban's ad campaign against the positive stance on mass migration by the EPP leader and President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker. We would have liked Mr. Weber as Commission President, but he's announced not only that he would not need the votes of the Hungarians, but he would not want to become President with those votes. If someone insults a country like this, then the Prime Minister of that country cannot support the candidacy of such a person. This is simply against the rules of democracy and morals. Orban also stated that the question of his party's membership in the EPP will be settled after the elections. Loyalty is an important political category, and we would like to stand by the political community where we have lived and worked so far. Unless this community says they don't want our presence there anymore, then we have to face that reality. But these are all questions that will be on the agenda following the European parliamentary elections. The Austrian Vice-Chancellor Heinz-Christian Strache indicated that he spoke with Orban about Fidesz joining the nationalist camp in the European Parliament. Naturally, we talked about the European Parliament elections. We do believe that these patriotic national parties will be stronger, and there is going to be a possibility for a nationalist patriotic European fraction that could have a majority beyond the European People's Party and the Socialists. As Fidesz is expected to win around 50% of the votes in the Hungarian election to the European Parliament, Orban will send a large number of MEPs to Brussels. The election results will be in on May 26th.
Thank you very much for joining us here this evening at Poland Daily. I'm John Carter. Stay tuned after the break for Poland Daily Weather. It's followed by the business, culture, history and finally the travel.